You want to be able to hit a nice long glider through the court like that and lengthen out that slice. Hey, this video is for all my one-handers struggling to learn how to hit a topspin backhand. In this video, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to learn a topspin backhand to play some great tennis. So let's get started in this video. First of all, I'm not saying not to learn a topspin backhand, especially if you really want to learn topspin backhand. You absolutely should and can, and it's a lot of fun to hit. Topspin one-handers may be the prettiest shot in tennis. I mean, look at Federer's one-hander, Wawrinka's one-hander. They're just mouth-watering. Dominic Thiem, I love watching great one-hand topspin backhands. But I also want to bring everybody's attention to that's going to prove that you do not need a one-hand topspin backhand to win a ton of tennis matches. Look at Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf, arguably one of the best women tennis players of all time, and my favorite slice backhand of all time. So Steffi, you remember, had a monster forehand, kind of like Rafa, very buggy whippy, but then had a slice backhand that was so deadly. So you don't necessarily need a topspin backhand to win a ton of matches. What you do need, though, so if you're somebody, and so this video, just so you know, this video is for people who are more natural. If it feels really tough for you to come over the ball and you find that you always resort to slicing the ball, don't start to hit the panic button and think that you can't play great tennis with a slice backhand, because you absolutely can. This is kind of a restriction that you're putting on yourself that Steffi didn't. She's like, I don't have a great topspin backhand, but I can still be a great player if I develop a great slice. So my advice to you is, if you're already pretty good at a slice, why don't you develop that slice and get pretty great at a slice? So let me just give you some fundamentals here. We'll put the camera in the back view so you can go out there and master your slice backhand. Then once you master that slice backhand and you feel really confident on it and you can put it anywhere in the court that you want, then you can keep working on your topspin backhand. So if you have a slice backhand that has variety and can penetrate the court, and you can really mix up your depths with the backhand, all things that Steffi was great at, you don't necessarily need to have a topspin backhand to win a lot of matches. So you want to be able to hit a nice long glider through the court like that. You see how I did that? Now when you're doing that, a lot of people, a lot of recreational players have trouble hitting that slice I just demonstrated, because they tend to hit the backhand slice with their elbows, okay? They're using their elbows and their wrist to try and create the slice, and when you do that, the ball is going to float and pop up. All right, so if you're more natural to the slice, but you don't hit a great slice, you're thinking, well, my slice is weak, so I needed a topspin backhand. What you need to do, just a very simple adjustment, is start to focus on your shoulder, okay? You want to be driving the shot with your shoulder. Notice there's a little bit of a slight elbow bend here, so your elbow is slightly bent. You want to get the racket butt facing out there. I call that the jut the butt move, to where you can like go to sleep on it. Doesn't this look like a lot of magazines that you've seen of really good players? This is how they get prepared for the slice. That allows them to really drive into the ball and lengthen out that slice. So when it goes to the court, it stays super low. So that's a really tough shot. If you're playing somebody in a match and you get that shot, that's a shot you can be proud of, and that's always going to give your opponent a lot of trouble. They're going to have to get down low to hit it. That allows you to look for opportunities to move around and maybe take some offense with your forehand. So that's one shot that you want to have if you've got a really good slice backhand. Now another one you want to do is you want to be able to hit a short little chip shot that draws your opponent to the net. All right, this is a very deadly shot that Federer uses a lot, especially off the return of serve. He likes to just chip it cross court, low and short. That makes his opponent have to decide if they're going to come to the net or not, and then he can, again, start to dominate with a forehand, something very similar to that what Steffi Graf would do. So you want to be able to hit a shorter chip shot that again draws your opponent in. What you want to do, again, you're still using your shoulders, you're driving into it, but you're not thinking about carrying as long in the follow through. You're going to stop your follow through a little shorter than that, so then you can bring them low. You see that? I don't even need to aim for a line. It's just in the opposite box low that brings them in. All right, you got one more shot that you need to master with your slice backhand so you can go out there and win a lot of matches with your slice backhand. You don't need a topspin backhand to win a lot of matches if you have a one-hander. All right, guys, so we got one more amazing slice shot to learn so you go out there and win a lot of matches. But before you do that, this is my buddy B2. And if you're still watching this video, that means you must like something about it. And when you like one of my videos, when you give it a like, a thumbs up, my buddy B2 is going to give you 100 free B2 puppy kisses. Isn't that right, B2? All right, B2's going to go chase his ball like he always likes to do. Let's turn the camera so we can watch him in action. Here he goes. He's ready. Ready, B2? Go. Go get it. There he goes. He's also got the pumpkin in the mouth today. He's multitasking. What's he going to pick? Oh, he's going to pick the tennis ball. All right, let's get back to this video. Okay, so if you want to dominate matches with a slice backhand, especially doubles matches, I know a lot of you watching these videos play doubles, then you want to develop a really good one-handed lob, most of the time down the line, or always try and aim, if you can, over the backhand shoulder of your opponent. What does that mean? So if I'm a lefty, right, and I'm hitting a lob, I want to aim it over my over the backhand shoulder of my opponent. Most of your opponents are going to be right-handed, so you want to look for the backhand shoulder and be able to lob it over that so they have no strength, so they either miss the shot or they give you back a weak ball and then you can attack. So here we go. This is how you do it. You want to get here, you want to get under it and lift it. And here's the great thing about a lob. You don't need to hit it, smack it right on the baseline. As long as you can get it past the service box, you're going to be in great shape. So it's the same setup, but what you want to do is you want to come a little lower, and then you want to start to lift with your shoulder. It's really focusing on your shoulder. Too many people are focused on their hands when they're trying to lob. Just think about an escalator, how an escalator moves up like that. We want to go gradually up the escalator, carrying that ball deep. And when we do that, see right there, you use that shot in doubles, it goes in the alley, your opponents are having to communicate. You learn those three shots: a deep carry slice that can be a nice rally ball, a little short chip shot cross court that brings them to the net, or it's even a great return of serve in doubles or singles, and then the lob down the line. You do those three shots well, you win a ton of matches with a slice backhand without having to learn topspin. And I'm just making this video not to discourage. I want to make this clear before we leave. I'm not discouraging you from learning topspin. What I am trying to do is give those people the one-handed backhand who have a slice, who naturally slice the ball, maybe have a little bit of an inferiority complex because they don't hit topspin. I want to give you confidence to let you know you can win a lot of matches with your slice backhand, especially if you really work on developing it, just like Steffi did. She realized, okay, my topspin backhand's probably never going to be great, but I can make my slice backhand great. It feels more natural to me. And she went out there and made it work and made it the best it could be, and that's how she became one of the best players of all time. So if this makes sense to you, if you like this video up. If you're looking to get to the next level, I actually have a free 8-part training series. So everybody's always looking to get to that next level. Free 8-part training series that talks about the 5 big rocks of tennis, the 5 things you must master if you do want to be a great tennis player. So click up there in the card section, go in the description box, and we'll see you guys in the next video.